speech, I will present to you why the Electoral College vote should be terminated and why the popular vote should be implemented. I will explain what exactly the Electoral College vote is and what the popular vote is. I will highlight the cons of the Electoral College and the pros of the popular vote. I will then conclude why I believe the popular vote is a fair and equal way of electing future presidents of the United States of America. The Electoral College was created so that there was a fair and equal way of selecting a president. The Electoral College was approved in September of 1787. The two candidates would run for president. The one with the most votes would win the election. The second runner-up would automatically become the vice president. This was changed in 1804 by the 12th Amendment. The Electoral College was formed. The Electoral College is a body of electors established by the U.S. Constitution every 4 years for the sole purpose of electing a president of the United States. It consists of 538 electors, of which 270 electoral votes are required to win the election. According to Article 2, Section 1, Clause 2 of the Constitution, each state's legislatures is determined by according to Article 2, Section 1, Clause 2 of the Constitution, each state's legislature determines the manner by which its state's electors are chosen. The number of each state's elector is equivalent to the sum of the state's members within the Senate as well as the House of Representatives. The 23rd Amendment, ratified in 1961, also allowed the District of Columbia to have a number of electors. It was stated that it would have no more than the least populated state. To current date, Washington, D.C. has 3 electoral votes. What I have here is a map of the United States that outlines the total number of electoral votes that each state would have in a presidential election, starting at Washington, D.C. with 12, all the way to Maine with 4, and here we are in Illinois with a total of 20 electoral votes. The popular vote is the total number of votes cast for a candidate by the voters in all 50 states plus Washington, D.C. The candidate that gets the most votes is said to be the winner of the popular vote. A popular vote takes all the ballots cast and counts them one by one and declares a winner based on the number of votes that person receives. In the case of a tie, there are contingencies to determine which person will serve in the elected office. The discussion with using the popular vote has heightened ever since the 2016 election where Donald Trump beat out Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump had a total of 304 electoral votes and Hillary Clinton had only 227. Hillary Clinton, however, has 65.8 million popular votes and Donald Trump has 62.9 million votes. How does one win by more than 3 million votes but still lose the election? During U.S. history, the Electoral College winner has failed to secure the popular vote 5 times to date. Prior to the 2016 election, Al Gore had 500,000 more votes than George W. Bush, yet George W. Bush won the election. There are many other reasons why the Electoral College should not be the result of electing our future president. The reason for which the Founding Fathers created the Electoral College are no longer relevant. In years past, people weren't able to get out and hear the candidates run for office, what their promises were, or even listen to the needs and the voices of the people. Modern technology today allows voters to get necessary information to make informed decisions in ways that the Founding Fathers never could have foreseen. While Alexander Hamilton in 1788 saw the electors as being free from sinister bias, members of the Electoral College are now selected by political parties and they're expected to vote along party lines regardless of their own opinions. The Electoral College gives too much power to swing states and allows the presidential election to be decided by a handful of people. The 2 main political parties, Republicans and Democrats, can count on winning electoral votes in certain states, such as California for the Democratic Party and Indiana for the Republican Party, without worrying about the popular vote total. Due to the Electoral College, Presidential candidates only need to pay attention to a limited number of states that can swing either way. The Electoral College ignores the will of the people. There are 300 million people in the United States, yet only 538 votes actually count. If the president is going to be elected for the people, then he should be chosen by the people. Anything else would simply be undemocratic.